Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So let's take a look at how we're doing in this market. So we're at Wednesday today. We mentioned this week was always going to be a volatile one. If you didn't see my video on the state of the market, go check that out. But we knew that given the backdrop of Delta, given the geopolitical issues in Afghanistan and the idea that tapering is getting a bit closer, we knew it would be a bit of a difficult week. We saw that the S&P opened up down about 1/4%. We've had a little bit of a rebound midday here, as you can see by the green, and kind of fighting back. So we've just kind of done an upside down V shape there. Could this be the start of the correction? We've not had a 5% correction since, was it November? So it's been a long time, and it feels like the S&P's been breaking records every day. Even though some of our favorite stocks haven't been, the S&P is almost due a 5% correction, and the market is kind of expecting one too. Nasdaq is flat, as we can see as of now. The market's not made up its mind yet. Let's take a look at some of these. I've got this sorted from highest to lowest. Body 10% up. Hut doing well. That's one of the mining plays, Bitcoin mining plays. Robinhood was up. It was up higher at the beginning of the day, about 6%. Now up 5%. Palantir up 5%. Don't forget they gave good earnings. So good to see that one moving. Grub, which is Just Eat, made a video on that. Do go check that out. Torch doing well. Mara, again, Bitcoin play. Tesla up, probably because it got overreaction on the probe. It seems to be coming back up now. SoFi doing well there. A lot of people are buying the dip, and I think that's what we're seeing here with this green. I think a lot of people are buying the dip. They're seeing prices which they like, and they're buying this first layer of the cheesecake. But I'm not buying this first layer, because if we're in for a 5% correction, I'm going to be waiting this one out. I'm not going to be buying in just yet. I mean, we're nowhere near the March lows. I mean, if you look at the likes of Enphase sitting here at 165, I was picking that up for 119, 120 all day long in March. So I'm not too excited at 165. Let's look at something like Tesla. Again, this, 600s, 590s. We were buying that back in March, I believe. So you can see from here, the colors are a bit difficult, but you can see from the blue dot there, we're not even halfway from our 52-week highs. And so you can quickly see which companies are kind of well off. SOFi is an interesting purchase if you want to start picking that up. I know a lot of people are buying the dip on that. I've got a very small position in SOFi. If it falls any more, I can consider building that position a bit more, maybe at the 1350 mark. Delivery doing well. Again, I've been thinking about it. Lemonade, I get interested around $60 at about 70. It's good. I like anything under 80 is a nibble. I'll nibble all day long at 70, but I'm not going to go heavy until we get to about 60. Blink, another one I want to keep an eye on. I do want to build a little bit of position in one of these charging plays. I've just not figured out which one. If I don't figure it out soon, I'll probably just create a basket of my favorites, ChargePoint, Blink, Plug Power, and Hydrogen, and probably just kind of invest a little bit in those, just to spread out the risk if I don't have a clear favorite once looking at their presentations. Looking at here, you've got Astra sitting at, that's very, that's almost the par value for the SPAC, $10. So if you believe in Astra and you have high conviction in it, you almost can't go wrong at 10, but it's got to prove something, right? I know they've done a few deals with Space Force, but they've got to give a bit more. The market's not too interested. Okay, Neo's back down at under 14. Now's when I start to get interested. Again, I'd wait a little bit more. I'm happy with my position in Neo, and given a lot of the regulatory concerns and uncertainty in the Chinese market, I'm not jumping to give myself further exposure to that right now. Happy to leave that where it is, but if it does fall significantly, it'll definitely be back on my radar. Dropbox, it's high on the 52-week highs. I mean, very high up. Square, again, I was picking this up at 220, 210 back in March. So, and I think that's the theme you guys can see here. These, they are slightly cheaper than a week ago, but nothing compared to the March. And if we're going to have a 5% correction, I'm going to wait out and keep my money on the side, ready for those real dips. I'm not going to fall for the first layer. And I'd advise you guys to do the same. Go look at the lows these guys were achieving in March. And if we were to go and test those, it's in that vicinity that you'd want to be going in heavy. Don't go in too heavy right now. Nibble by all means, because you never know, the price can just shoot up. But I'm comfortable with the positions I've got, that if all these were to shoot up, I'm not going to have any regret. That maybe one or two stocks like SoFi and kind of the ones I've not got into, like the charging plays I've mentioned. But in general, quite happy with my positions. Matterport taking a hit again. All these SPACs are getting whacked. It's an interesting one. It's almost like the institutions are having to go back at the retail investors, and any fan favorites are just getting whacked. Let's go to the bottom here. Let's see who's moving. Redfin. So Redfin, this is an example. I don't particularly have high conviction Redfin. I did own some Redfin and sold it for a bit of a profit, but I didn't have enough conviction to build that play out. But you're getting this now at cheaper prices than March. So if that's a high conviction for you, do go check that out. Piton 110, yeah, not super exciting. Etsy, again, I'd want that to fall a bit more before picking it up. I mean, you can look here, the lows of 103 it's achieved in the past. Anything kind of sub 150 starts getting interesting for Etsy. Lucid, I mean, I've averaged down all the way down there, so I don't need me any more Lucid. Happy with that. Apple, again, under 120 it gets interesting for me, but may never see that point again, but that's fine. Safe play there. Nvidia, I actually sold my position out in Nvidia, so I will be looking to re-enter. I mean, if we see a correction, that's probably one of the plays I'd want to re-enter with a larger position. Let's look at Zoom down 1%. Okay, overall, so that's the state of the market. I mean, we can see we're just kind of flip-flopping at the moment. The market's not sure. A lot of uncertainty in the market. We need a bit of direction. So let's look at the crypto market. I know we were struggling this morning. Let's give it a bit of a refresh. Yeah, Bitcoin's kind of dropped down a little bit, 45. We lost $1,000 today, so down in the day 1.5%, and then Ethereum's down a bit more, Binance Coin a bit more. Obviously, these altcoins will move in an exaggerated manner against it. I think we just got a little bit of FUD coming out now, and that's going to kind of move the markets. Let's see what else we got here on the homepage. See if there's any interesting news. So I made a video about the UK's inflation and how that could help you predict where the US is heading and vice versa. It's interesting because the UK seems to be ahead in terms of the vaccinations, but from an inflation point of view, they're saying we can still expect higher inflation rates towards the end of the year. So interesting there. Okay, let's check the charts. Check out BTC. Yeah, because you can see it's a bit of a worrying one here because we're almost creating a double top here at the resistance line 47850. This is the one I said we needed to test. Bounced off exactly off that twice. So now it's good here. It looks like we've made a higher low versus this, or you could just define it as a lower low versus this, thus creating a downtrend down. We're going to have to monitor this to see how it plays. We don't want a reversal. I mean, we've obviously come under this on the 1 hourly ribbon. On the 4 hourly ribbon, yeah, we've broke on the 4 hourly ribbon as well. So it's looking a bit bearish for Bitcoin at this current stage. Your next level of support is at 43,000 and then one at 41,000. So hopefully we can hold the 43,000 mark and start building higher. But this is healthy. You don't want this, like I said in videos last week, you don't want this just to skyrocket straight up. That's not sustainable. Whatever goes up is going to come down equally as fast, if not faster. So there you have it, guys. That's the state of the market there. A bit of a flip-flop one in terms of equities and in crypto. Just a sign of the times. It's uncertain time in the market right now. The Delta variant doesn't allow investors to confidently place their funds and positions in either reopening plays or stay-at-home plays. And so that's why you're seeing this flip-flop as people are reshuffling their funds. So there you have it, guys. Market update. We'll catch you in the next one.